Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very different type of video today, and it's something that I wanted to share with you. It is a little bit dicey what I did, so I wanted to share with you what I did and let you know how I did it. And so those people out there who may be thinking about doing this for themselves might consider it, although it is something you got to be very, very careful with. But I did manage to successfully do it, so I wanted to share it with you. So if you're interested in knowing a bit more about what I did, stay tuned. So for those people who know my channel, this is my Levi sculpt. It's a Bonnie Brown sculpt, and I absolutely love my Levi's. And I have 6 of them, which is ridiculous, I know, but I love each and every one of them. But that just shows you how much I love the Levi sculpt. Now, this particular Levi, he was made by Pearl from Happiness Nursery, and he's absolutely adorable. And he was actually born with quite blonde, light blonde hair. And he had just a tiny little bit of baby brown right at the crown of his head at the back. And the whole time I've had him, I absolutely adore him, but I always wanted his hair just to be that little bit lighter. And recently I saw in one of my Facebook groups a lady saying that her baby, somehow she's got perfume on the back of her baby's head, on the hair, and it like lightened it, took the color out of it, and it was really like, I don't know, just it was a very pale color, and she didn't like it. And so she thought, oh, I'll dye it. And I was like, oh, that sounds really, really dodgy and really, you know, potential for problems. So she went out and she bought this exact dye. It's called Revlon Color Silk, and this is medium brown, 41. And it's got no ammonia in it. It says ammonia free, 3D Color Silk. That's the color there. And it says these are the colors if you've got really light hair, it will just come out a light brown, that sort of thing. And I've actually wanted this baby to have very light brown hair since I got him. But obviously he was born with very light blonde baby hair. And I've always dreamed about dyeing his hair, but I was always scared that this dye would go in all the little holes inside the baby's head and stain, like pull in the roots, and also like stain the vinyl. And then I happened to hear another lady where she was actually a reborn artist, a proper one, and, or, you know, a reputable one, and she actually tried it. She actually got a light haired baby, or I think it was a light haired baby, and she wanted to turn it red. So she bought red, and she got a box like this. And she actually did like a test patch on the vinyl at the back, and she said that it turned out beautiful. Color was all good, didn't stain the vinyl. So I saw all this and I'm like, am I going to be brave enough to try that on this absolutely adorable baby that I've been wanting to be light baby brown? Or am I going to risk it? Like, what happens if it stains the vinyl? I'll be heartbroken. I'll regret every second of it. And so I built up the courage, and luckily I got this from my local Chemist Warehouse. I found the exact same product online. Chemist Warehouse, it was $4.99, something like that. So less than $5. I got very brave, mixed it up, and I poured it into a bowl, and I got a toothbrush because the lady said she got a toothbrush. And then with his hair was dry, I just started like brushing it away from his face, making sure I didn't get, you know, anything here, and just really just keeping it right out away from the scalp, just on the hair. And then I did the back, and then I was like, she said she only kept on for 5 minutes. So I was like, by the time I applied it, it was like, you know, a couple of minutes. And then I noticed, I was like watching it every second, and then I noticed there was just a tiny little bit on the tip of his ear here, which it must have accidentally got on it. And I noticed it was starting to discolor, so I quickly wiped that off, and it came off. And then I kept like staring at his scalp here and inside here, like, please, 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 please don't, you know, stain it. And then I sort of had this panic, and then I quickly washed it all off. And then I was like, oh, but it didn't really have a real chance to turn. It wasn't 5 minutes. So then I just towel dried his hair, and then I just brushed it again, keeping it really on the ends. I just did it sort of near the roots, but not quite to the roots. And then I left it another couple of minutes, and then I washed it out. And this is the end result. So what do you think? Like, it's a very light baby brown. I'm 100% happy with it. I wouldn't want it any darker. This is sort of exactly what I was after, just a very light baby brown, and that's what I got. So I feel like it was mission accomplished, and all night I was freaking out thinking, what happens if a few hours later some, marks come, on his face, or the next day. And as soon as I got up this morning, I went out and I was checking all of his skin, making sure he had no dye marks. So this video today is just telling you my experience. I'm not suggesting you do it yourself, because I would hate for someone to do it incorrectly and it stain their baby's vinyl or wreck their baby's hair. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just wanted to share with you my experience, that for me, using this particular product, changing my, real blonde baby into just a slightly warmer color, it worked for me. So all I wanted to do today was to share my experience, because I always for years wanted to dye his hair, but I always just thought the risk was not worth it. So if you have a baby in a similar situation and you're willing to take that risk, and then believe me, it was a big risk, and my heart was like pounding. I tell you what, I was like a nervous wreck. Even afterwards, I was like nervous because I was so worried about the dye appearing on his vinyl, because it doesn't always appear straight away, but I'm hoping that if it hasn't appeared by now, because it's now like 4:30, and I did it at like 4 o'clock yesterday, so it's been 24 hours. So I'm sure that if anything was to show up, I'm sure it would have showed up by now. Well, I hope and I pray anyway. So yeah, I finally got my baby with those really soft brown hair. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I was crazy to try this. I was pretty desperate. I did really, really want him to have the lighter colored hair. So, it was a big gamble, and I took it, and luckily for me, it paid off. So just want to share my experience so that you can, decide for yourself if you'd be willing to take that risk, and just in case someone out there has a baby that they can't bond with, and this could possibly solve it for them. Like I say, I'm not vouching for it, but I just wanted to get that information out that, some people have done it, and they have done it successfully. So it's do it at your own risk, and it is a big risk because these babies are not cheap, but so far so good for me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to this experience that I did, and that's what you do. We all learn from each other. So hopefully you enjoyed listening to about this and learning another aspect of reborns that is a possibility, very risky one, but anyway. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, see you later from me and Levi. Bye.